Nice to see so many students in the engineering, and I understand apart from in this campus number of people are assembled in their auditorium. Can you hear me, all of you? Upstairs, guys? Okay. So I'd like to greet Dr. Vasudev Gade, Vice Chancellor, University of Pune, and Mr. Ram Bagale, President, Srijan and Chairman, NIRLP Group, Mr. Pramod Chaudhary, Chairman, Organizing Committee, DIPEX, and Professor Dr. Anil Sahasrabuddhe, Director, College of Engineering, Pune. On his invitation, I am here with you, friends. Friends, I am in the campus. It has completed 159 years of existence, giving education to the Pune and surrounding people. And what is 159 years? What does it mean, 159? You are all engineers, you know, 159 years. The earth follow rotates one axis. How much time it takes? How much time it takes? Then you got day and night. This fellow orbits around, earth fellow orbits around sun. How much time it takes? About 1 year. That means this College of Engineering Pune have orbited around the sun 159 times. So I congratulate all of you to study and such important engineering institution. And friends, will you repeat with me what I'm saying? You are ready? Huh? You have taken breakfast? Okay. Be a lamp. Be a lamp. Be a lamp. Like be a lamp. Be a lamp. A lifeboat. And a ladder. Help. Someone's soul heal. Help. Someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house. Like a support. As a happy man. As a happy woman. Okay, friends, this is 13th century Persian poet, Sufi poet Jalaluddin Rumi. Now, dear friends, I am indeed delighted to address the students of College of Engineering and other neighboring colleges of Pune. My greetings to the faculty members, students and staff of all participating colleges. I also greet all the members of DIPEX on the occasion of Silver Jubilee celebration. When I see a large number of youth today, particularly engineering youth, who are the future leaders, I'm thinking what thoughts I can share with you. Let me share my thoughts on the topic, dynamics of leadership. The topic next 20 minutes I'm going to talk to you. Topic is dynamics of leadership. Now friends, what is leadership? If you ask yourself, finally, a definition of leadership I am going to give you, okay? Carefully hear me and I may ask some questions also. Every one of us gone through various phases of education from childhood to profession, all of us who are assembled here. I visualize a scene. What is that scene? A child is a life problem. I visualize a scene, a child, a teenager, an adult, and a leader are appearing before me. How does each one react to the particular situation? Who are the partners in the whole affair? A child, a teenager, an adult, and the leader are appearing before me. How does each one react to a particular situation? The situation is human need. Some human need is there. How the child reacts, how the teenager reacts, how an adult reacts, and how a leader reacts. Now the child asks, what can you do for me? Child asks, what you can do for me? The teenager says, I want to do it alone, leave me. I want to do it alone. The young person, reasonable fellow, the young person proclaims, let us do it together. But what the leader says, the leader offers, what can I do for you? What can I do? So the young who aspires to become a leader has to have a visionary leadership to transform the youth into a leader of transformation. What can you do for me to what can I do for you? That's the essence of leadership. That is what can you do for me to what can I do for you? That if you learn that doctrine, we know what is leadership. Is it not? What is your feeling? What is your feeling? What can I give? The day you ask a question, what can I? All the trouble today in our country is, what you can give me? Is it that? What do you say? So real leadership, what great leaders preached in this nation, is about what can I give? So now when I see the future leaders, you are all one way or other, immediately you become a leader, or after 5 years or 10 years, in any field you have to be a leader. When I see the future leaders, I would like to share with you a poem which I recited in the Parliament 2004. At that time I was the president. Because I found that's essential to the parliamentarians. Both houses were there, nearly 700 guys were there. So both people were there, that is 700 members of the parliament at that time. What I recited in the Parliament 2004 is, this poem symbolizes the vision for the leaders of tomorrow. After all, what is Parliament? Parliament is intended to give the vision to the youth, is it not? There is no other task other than give a vision for the nation. So can you, if you don't mind, can you repeat with me a poem named called Vision? Okay, you are ready? At least young fellows you can repeat, okay? Ready. Name of the poem is the Vision. This all the parliament will also repeat it with me, all the 700. The vision. I climbed and climbed. Where is the peak, my Lord? Where is the peak, my Lord? I plowed and plowed. Where is the knowledge treasure, my Lord? I sailed and sailed. Where is the island of peace, my Lord? Almighty, bless my nation with vision and sweat resulting into happiness. So dear friends, only the vision will make you great to achieve in whatever the field of your choice. The world in the 21st century will be a knowledge-based society with multiple opportunities naturally in nations, and you have to become the knowledge-driven. What kind of leadership traits is needed to lead the country during the 21st century knowledge-driven society? Let me share with you thought what worked yesterday will not work today. What worked yesterday will not work today. That is the point I want to convey to young fellows. What worked yesterday will not work today. I was studying a book, Empires of the Mind by Dennis Waitley. I don't know how many of you read Empires of the Mind. It's a beautiful book. It's a paperback. You must read this book. And in your library it may be there, Empires of the Mind by Dennis Waitley. This book gives what type of new world which we are facing now, what was yesterday and what is today. I have modified a certain points of the author to suit the discussion of today depending upon the young audience I am having. I have also added a third line which relates to the action of a leadership. The book especially says that what worked yesterday won't work today. Now what is the role, 10 points I have taken, what is the role of leadership in knowledge society? And you can work with me if you want. Number one was, yesterday natural resources defined the power. Yesterday natural resources defined the power. Today, yesterday natural resources defined the power. Today, your director college of engineers got Anil Sahasrabuddhe, knowledge. Is it a knowledge? Yesterday natural resources defined the power. Today knowledge is the power. Today, yesterday, that means in the universities, engineering colleges, they have to teach leadership should empower itself with the knowledge. Leadership without knowledge is a balloon without air. Now yesterday, next point we are going. Yesterday hierarchy was the model. Today, can you guess? Yes, yes. Yes, you almost arrived. Today synergy is the mandate. From hierarchy, cooperations are good on. So yesterday hierarchy was the model. Today synergy is the mandate. That means leadership will be enabler for the intersection of multiple faculties toward the mission and goals. Yesterday, third point, yesterday leaders commanded and controlled. Commander, he was a commander yesterday, leader. Commanded and controlled. Today leaders empower and coach. They have to empower their people and coach, not commanding. It won't work in 21st century. That means leadership will enrich itself through exposure to the needs of a sustainable development. We have to work on, that's why I will be talking to you, sustainable development. Fourth point, fourth pillar of knowledge, yesterday shareholders came first. Today, yes? Today customers come first. That means leadership should inculcate sensitivity to the needs of all the stakeholders. Yesterday, fifth point, yesterday employees took orders. Boss will be there, employees will go, took the order. Today, team makes the decision. Today, a good institutions, team makes the decision. That means leadership will promote team spirit. Sixth point, yesterday seniority signifies status. Boss means senior person. Yesterday seniority signifies status. Today, very good, $100 for you. Today creativity drives the status. He may be 15, 20, 25, as long as he or she has got the creativity, and that he or she will be the leader. So that means leadership will be judged by innovation and promote creativity. Seventh point, yesterday production determined availability. Yesterday production determined availability. Today competitiveness, yes. Today competitiveness is the key. That means leadership will constantly evolve, more competitive with the knowledge, management and technology. Yesterday value was extra. Yesterday value was extra. Today value is everything. Leadership will have the priority, inculcate the value addition to every level. Yesterday everyone was a competitor. Today everyone is a customer. That means leadership will value feedback and action based on that. Last one, yesterday profits were earned through expediencies. Profits were earned through expediency. Today you have to work with integrity and succeed with integrity. 21st century leaders, one of the greatest qualities to all of you, okay? You have to work with integrity and succeed. If you repeat with me, are you ready? I will work with integrity, and succeed with integrity. You know, I was giving this oath to 120 IAS officers in Mussoorie. So I asked them to take this oath, okay? All of them took the oath. I will work with integrity, certain decibel level. When I said I will succeed with integrity, decibel level went low. So I hope you guys, your voice was good. Okay. That means leaders will work with integrity and succeed with integrity and act as a promoters of such culture in their subordinates. Friends, I will discuss with all of you some examples, living example, past examples of leadership of different forms. Certainly the life of these great human beings which I am going to talk to you will inspire all of you to have an aim in life, which gives motivation to acquire knowledge continuously and make you to work and work hard and finally succeed with perseverance, and we evolve in a knowledge society for 21st century. I am going to discuss the great qualities of leadership: nobility, forgiving capacity. A leader, great qualities of leadership: nobility, forgiving capacity, the love for clean environment, high-tech leadership, and above all, compassion towards fellow beings. This is the specification for a great leader. What are the specifications? Nobility, forgiving capacity, the love for clean environment, high-tech leadership, and above all, compassion towards fellow beings. If you have all these components, all of you, that too I see so many of you, and sitting hearing many engineers, various parts of this Pune, and all of you have this quality. We have arrived. India has arrived. Okay. So friends, now I am going to take a well-known story, but I have worked with some of them. Now Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela, the great political leadership with nobility. I could not, nobility when I see, I could not get anywhere else. Mahatma Gandhi only I have to go. Now I had a unique experience a few years back that reveals how a great leader can inspire whole of India. I happened to meet in Delhi the granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi, Mrs. Sumitra Kulkarni. She narrated me an incident about her grandfather. I asked her, in your life as a young girl, you would have worked with, you have lived with Mahatma Gandhi. Can you narrate one incident, good incident all of us will remember and get inspired? Then she told one event. What Mrs. Sumitra Kulkarni said, granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi, she said, each day, as you are all aware, she said, Mahatma Gandhi ji used to have a prayer meeting at a fixed time in the evening in New Delhi. After the prayers, there will be a collection of voluntary gift for Harijan welfare. The devotees of Gandhi used to collect whatever given by the people for all sections, and this collection is counted by the supporting staff of Gandhiji family. That night, the amount so collected will be informed to Gandhiji before his dinner. The next day, a bankman will come for taking this money. Once the bankman reported that there was a discrepancy of a few paise in the money given to him and the money collected. What Mahatma Gandhi did? Mahatma Gandhi ji, on hearing this, went on fast, telling, this is the donation for the poor, we have to account for every paisa. See what type of world we live. Dear friends, this act of righteousness should be practiced by all of us. On this day, as managers, leaders of tomorrow, all of you must dedicate yourself to practice righteousness in all our thoughts and action. Will you repeat with me? When there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character.
Beauty in the character.
So friends, I recall my traveling. Now I am give you something else. I recall my traveling on 16 September 2004 in a train powered by a steam engine in a first-class compartment of 1900s vintage, organized by Durban state of South Africa. Because I was, as a president visited, they gave me a train, a steam train what Mahatma Gandhi traveled. When the train was moving from one station to another, Mahatma Gandhi's struggle against apartheid system in South Africa was going through my mind. The train halted at Pietermaritzburg. the station, railway station, where the monster of apartheid bite Gandhiji on a cold winter night. He was evicted out of a first-class compartment because of the color of his skin. When I alighted at the Pietermaritzburg railway station, I saw a plaque, a board, a stone plaque, a railway station, which reads like this: in the vicinity of this plaque, M.K. Gandhi was evicted from a first-class compartment on the night of 7th June 1893. This incident changed the course of his life. He took up the fight against racial oppression. His active non-violence started from that date. This is actually friends, this is the rebirth of Ahimsa Dharma after Kalinga War in 300 BC. Gandhi later developed the Ahimsa Dharma and gave India a powerful tool to win independence. Mahatma Gandhi was influenced by Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg speech. Teaching of Gandhi came to inspire non-violent movement, notably in the USA under the civil rights leader Martin Luther King. Now friends, it is a nobility. Now freedom fight. Next one, the forgiveness. Forgiveness gives greatness. Forgiveness, whoever forgives, and he or she is great. When I was standing at the Pietermaritzburg railway station, my thoughts were hovering on two scenes which I experienced in South Africa. One scene was Robben Island, where Dr. Nelson Mandela has been imprisoned for 26 years in a very small cell. The other scene was the house of Dr. Nelson Mandela. Cape Town is famous for its Table Mountain, beautiful mountains. It has got three peaks called Table Peak, Devil Peak and Fake Peak. Between the peaks, it was a beautiful sight throughout the day. Sometimes dark clouds, sometimes white clouds embracing the peaks. Table Mountain is very close to the sea coast of Atlantic Ocean. I flew by helicopter to Robben Island from Cape Town in 10 minutes. When we reached the island, except sea roaring, the whole island was silent, symbolizing the thought, this is the place freedom of individual was chained. Mr. Ahmed Katira, a South African who was a prisoner, co-prisoner with Dr. Nelson Mandela, received us at the island. What surprised me was, in a tiny room, where sleeping and all human needs shall be fulfilled, and it has been remembered that Dr. Nelson Mandela, who was 6 feet tall, was imprisoned in the room for 26 years, fighting against apartheid. The major part of his life was spent in the silent island. He used to be taken for quarrying in the nearby mountain for a few hours in bright sun. This is the time his sight got damaged. In spite of his body being tortured, he revealed to the world his indomitable spirit. This is the time he evolved manuscript of freedom. In a tiny letters every day, whatever paper available, when the jail wardens went to sleep. This small tiny lettered manuscript finally became the famous book of Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. Beautiful book, you must read, young fellows should read. It was a great event for me to meet him in his house in Johannesburg. What a moving reception. The man at the age of 86 gave with all smiles a radiation of happiness. Dear friends, I would like to share with you, when I entered Dr. Nelson Mandela's house, I saw him, a three-dimensional form with cheerfulness. The mighty man who got the freedom for South Africa from the tyranny of apartheid. When I was leaving from his house, he came to the portico to give me a send-off, and while walking, he discarded his walking stick, and I became his walking stick support. While walking, I asked him, Dr. Mandela, can you please tell me about the pioneers of anti-apartheid movement in South Africa? Mandela immediately responded spontaneously. Of course, one of the great pioneers of South Africa freedom movement was M.K. Gandhi. India gave us M.K. Gandhi, we gave you back Mahatma Gandhi after 2 decades. That's what he said. Mahatma Gandhi was an apostle of non-violence, he said. Mandela said, Mahatma Gandhi was an apostle of non-violence. unquote. This is indeed the tradition of India, to enrich whichever nation we go. Our foremost responsibility is to enrich that nation. Enriching the nation is not only in financial terms, but enrich with knowledge, enrich with sweat, above all, enrich. In two political leaders, above all, when he became this, what's happening is enriching the nation is not only financial terms, but enrich the knowledge, enrich sweat, above all, enrich with the honor and self-dignity. Nelson Mandela, when he became the president of South Africa, he gave the people who specialized in apartheid, ill-treated him, put him in the jail for 26 years, freedom to move, freedom to live in South Africa as equal citizens. He changed the constitution. He gave the full freedom. So Nelson Mandela, when he became friends, dear friends, the big lesson that we learn from this personality of Dr. Nelson Mandela is beautifully captured in one of the Tirukural, written 2,200 years back by the poet Thiruvalluvar. He says, it is in Tamil, Inna Saidarai Urtal Avarnana Nannayam Seiduvidal, which means, for those who do ill to you, the best punishment is to return the good to them. Now you have seen two political leaders, Mahatma Gandhi ji and Dr. Nelson Mandela, indeed transformed India and South Africa, two independent democratic nations of more than 1/6 of the world population. This leadership have paved the way for many nations towards freedom movement. Now I am going to talk to you very pressing problem. See, now I would like to talk about Professor Wangari Maathai. I don't know how many of you know Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai, who has a passion for environment and biodiversity and is contributing to the sustainable development and growth of planet here. Wangari Maathai was born in Kenya in 1940. She was the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctorate degree, become a chair of the Department of Veterinary Anatomy and associate professor. Wangari Maathai was active in National Council of Women Kenya and was its chairman 81 to 87. I met her in India, where she introduced the idea of planting trees with people and continued to develop into the broad-based grassroots organization whose main focus is the planting trees with women groups in order to conserve the environment, improve the quality of life. The Green Belt movement which he started, Green Belt movement, was thus born, where women would be given 1 shilling for each exotic tree they distributed and 2 shillings for indigenous fruit trees. Professor Maathai has evolved innovatively a movement with 600 community workers across Kenya and branches of about 20 countries of Africa, resulting in the plantation of 31 million trees. She and Green Belt movement have received numerous awards, including from India, most notably the 2004 Nobel Peace Prize. Professor Maathai gives a new meaning to the important act of planting trees by extending it to the whole life, when she says, the planting a tree is the planting an idea. Planting the tree is a planting an idea. She highlights the qualities of patience, persistence, commitment in planning and realizing a future, which is what we learn when we plant trees and wait for them to yield fruits for the next generation. She believes that no matter how dark the cloud, there's always a silver lining. That is what we must look for. That's our life. The silver lining will come, if not to us, then to the next generation, or the generation after that. And maybe with that generation, the lining will no longer thin. India values Professor Maathai's involvement and contribution in furthering the relationship between India and Kenya. Had the privilege of honoring her with the Jawaharlal Nehru Award for International Understanding for the year 2005 at that time as the president. She concludes in her Nobel lecture on December 10, 2004 like this. She concludes in Nobel lecture in December 10, 2004 like this, quote, "As I conclude, I reflect on my childhood experience when I would visit a stream next to our home to fetch water for my mother. I would drink water straight from the stream. I saw thousands of tadpoles, black energetic, wriggling through the clear water against the background of the brown earth. This is the world I inherited from my parents, unquote. Professor Mathai would like all of us to preserve this great inheritance, green earth. Now friends, I am going to give you another leadership compassion. I like to share one event about Sister Antonio, which I read in the book called Everyday Greatness. Interesting book, you must read, particularly young fellows should read, Everyday Greatness, which highlights the need for leadership with compassion. The incident narrated in the book goes like this. A riot was raging in La Mesa prison, Mexico. Why? 2,500 prisoners were packed in a compound, which had been built for only 600 people. They angrily hurled broken bottles, and police who fired back with machine guns. Then came a startling sight. A tiny 5 feet 2 inches, 63-year-old woman calmly got into the crowd with outstretched hands in a simple gesture of peace. Ignoring the shower of bullets, she stood quietly and asked everyone to stop. Incredibly, the violent prisoners calmed down. No one else in the world but Sister Antonio could have done this. Why did these people listen to her? All because of her decades of service to the prisoners. She's a rich lady. She said, I'm going to serve prisoners by her choice. She sacrificed all her life for the sake of prisoners. Lived in the midst of murderers, thieves, drug lords, all of whom she called her sons. She attended their needs round the clock, procured antibiotics, distributed eyeglasses, washed bodies for the burial, and counseled suicidal. This selfless act of love and compassion generated the respect among the prisoners to control themselves and urge them to do what she wanted them to do. What a great message for humanity. We have seen a leader. We have seen a leader with compassion is there for even prisoners. But we need leaders with compassion for the voiceless people of millions in the world. Now finally, friends, I want to talk to you there. Everyone said he's a great guy. I am presiding over that. When his turn came, he got up. Norman Borlaug got up and highlighted India's advancement in the agriculture science and production and said, the political visionary C. Subramaniam and Dr. M.S. Swaminathan pioneered agriculture science were the prime architects of first green revolution in India. Even though Professor Norman Borlaug was himself a part in the first green revolution, he did not make a point on this. He recalled with pride Dr. Varghese Kurian, who issued white revolution in India. Then a surprise came. Norman Borlaug turned to scientists sitting in the Vigyan Bhavan, 3rd row, 5th row, and 8th row of the audience. He identified Dr. Raja Ram, a wheat specialist, Dr. S.A. Vasal, a maize specialist, Dr. B.R. Barwale, a seed specialist. He said, all these scientists have contributed to India's and Asia's agriculture science. Dr. Borlaug introduced them to the audience by asking them to stand and ensured the audience cheered and greeted the scientists with great enthusiasm. This action of Dr. Norman Borlaug, I call it as a scientific magnanimity. I have not witnessed in my country. Friends, if we aspire to achieve great things in life, we need scientific magnanimity to focus the young achievers. It is my experience that great minds and great hearts go together. Great minds and great heart go together. And this scientific magnanimity will motivate the scientific community and nurture the team spirit. And I have also narrated how Nanaji Deshmukh at Madhya Pradesh and through Pura, his Chitrakoot Pura, he brought a big change. I have narrated the whole story in my talk. See, Nanaji Deshmukhji, now he was at that time 93 years. He transformed 150 villages, then 550 village, conflict-free village and self-supporting. The message we drive after Nanaji is that nurturing nobility of the leadership and preservation and perseverance in the mission, achieving socio-economic development in the rural sector through continuous innovation, technology and management. Now friends, now finally I want to talk to you, technology for transforming the society. Delhi Metro, yesterday I heard a news, in one day 28 lakhs of passengers traveled Delhi Metro. Today, Delhi Metro Rail project has given to the nation the potential of executing a fast transportation system using high technology with reliability through a time-bound mission mode operation. The capital of the country will over 14 million population has the distinction of having a world-class metro rail with frontier technology. One single person who is responsible for this great work, he is well known, Sridharan, and the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation brought up by him, and the government set up, and he has succeeded in delivering the goods in the right time, right amount, without any problems. No, what I mean, no problems, you know. And he did everything clean way. So it has become a very important milestone. Delhi Metro Corporation brought in a very advanced signaling telecommunication system. There are many good things happen, but the personality I want to make, you can become a great personality, whomever you are. That's the message Sridharan's life has clearly indicated. So friends, with these important messages, I would like to Sridharan, the managing director of Delhi Metro, has ensured that all the scheduled sections were completed in time with skills. The same Indian people, with the same Indian management, he has succeeded. So with these friends, I would like to say that now finally I will say, what is the leadership? With all this thing, you should go, young fellows, you should go, what is leadership? So I have seen 3 dreams which have taken shape as a vision, mission and realization. One is space program. I was nearly quarter century I worked with them, and I know how the space program taken a shape, and I was partner in certain development. Agni program defense, another 25 years I worked with them, and I have seen how success, sometime problems, all with this, how we succeeded. Third one, Pura, providing urban amenities rural area in 600,000 villages. We are pushing an idea of providing sustainable development system, Pura, providing urban amenities rural area. Today government has taken up very seriously the Pura, building Pura in the villages. So with these 3 programs, I have seen personally successes, some problems also. What did we learn? We learned 7 points we learned in these 3 programs. Number 1, leader must have a vision. He always work for something, what will happen 20 years. That's the job of parliament also. They have to see the vision, they have to give the nation to vision. Leader must have a vision. We had Vikram Sarabhai, he can think of 20 years before what India needs. Similarly, the agriculture visionaries like C. Subramanian Swaminathan can see the vision that is the 1960s, today we are producing 250 million tons of food. Leader must have a vision. Leader must have passion to realize the vision. Vision alone not sufficient. Leader must have a passion to realize the vision. Leader must be able to travel into unexplored path. Leader never travel the path of somebody has made. He or she makes her own path. And the leader must know how to manage success and failure. It is easy to manage success. I have seen how to manage a success. But failure comes, your skill of leadership at that time is needed. So leader must know how to manage a success and failure. Leader must have a courage to take decision. Once you become a leader, you have to take decision. Sometimes something will go wrong. If it goes wrong, if you wait for it, time will go. Leader should have nobility in management. In spite of all these things, nobility in management. I have worked with such a personality. Leader should be transparent in every action. Finally, leader must work with integrity and succeed with integrity. For success in all our mission, you have to become a creative leaders. Creative leadership means exercising the vision to change the traditional role from the commander to the coach, manager to mentor, from director to delegated, and from one who demands respect to one who facilitates self-respect. For a prosperous and economically developed India, the important thrust will be on the generation of a number of creative leaders from our educational institution. What is the life of these great human beings revealed to all of us, friends? If you think over, evolve a thought process, then you will find the answer. Friends, with your hard work, sweat and strong determination, you come here and have the great ambition to become a leader in the area that you have chosen. Friends, if you think there are many innovative and out-of-box solutions appear in your mind, if you crystallize your thought, you will find a beautiful answer. Your purpose of life will blossom in the single thoughts. And so, friends, if you take up any mission with motto, work with integrity, succeed with integrity, God will bless you. And you will succeed even though you may have to face certain challenges in your career. In conclusion, I want to say, remember what I am going to say. Friends, in history has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all human limitations. Every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts, or technology, the names of the people who imagined the impossible are engraved in our history. By breaking the limits of their imagination, they change the world. Would you like to change the world? How many of you would like to change the world? With this background, I would like to ask you what you like to be remembered for. You have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page. The page may be a very important page in the book of human history. And you will be remembered for creating the page, one page in the history of the nation. Whether the page is the page of invention, the page of innovation, or the page of discovery, or the page of creating a societal change, or page of removing the poverty, or a page of fighting injustice, or planning and executing the great national mission to lead India into economically developed nation before 2020. I wish all of you success in your mission of becoming the future leaders of tomorrow. My greetings to all of you. May God bless you, friends. Now, I am going to give you, I hope you are not tired. Are you? No. Okay. You are willing to take oath for engineering students, okay? Engineering students. Both oath for engineers and engineering students. Ready? Yes. Ready. Engineering and technology is a lifetime mission. I will work and succeed. Wherever I am, a thought will always come to my mind. That is, what process or product I can innovate, invent, or discover. Next. I realize I have to set a great technological goal. I realize I have to set a great technological goal that will lead me to think high, work, and pursue to realize the goal. My greatest friends will be great scientific minds, technological minds, and great teachers and great books. I firmly believe that no problem can defeat me. I will become captain of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. I will work for removing the problems faced by planet Earth in the areas of water, energy, habitat, waste management, and environment through application of engineering and technology. I will work for making my district in which I work as a carbon neutral district. As a carbon neutral district. My national flag. My national flag flies in my heart, and I will bring glory to my nation. Thank you, friends. Four questions from students. 4 questions. Okay, students only 4 questions. Okay. Anyone can ask any type of question. Okay.
Good morning, sir. I'm having question related with leadership and current education system. My question
Which
is,
college you are?
sir, I'm from College of Engineering, Pune, mechanical. Branch.
Mechanical. Which year you are?
Sir, I'm in 3rd year.
Daddy, what's your dream?
Sir,
Okay.
I'm having 2-3 dreams.
No, only one dream. If you have 3 dreams, you are in trouble.
To become President or Prime Minister of India.
Yeah, okay, wish you all the best. Okay. What is the question?
So, my question is, what improvements do you suggest in current education system so that we can expect good young leaders in the future?
See, I personally believe, we have in the education 3, there are 3 types of education we do. One is primary, secondary, higher education. I don't have much common to give you the secondary and higher education. But definitely I've got a common primary education. Primary education, we need thorough overall. Up to our children, up to 12, they must have a creative education. They should have a creative classroom. They have to have a creative syllabus. They have to have a creative teachers, okay? So, a lot of reform needs the primary education, okay? Good question. Okay, next one.
Hello, sir.
Where are you?
So,
Okay. Yes.
sir, my name is Chinmay, and I'm from 3rd year Electronics and Telecommunication branch. So, my question is, how can we as students play a part towards the development of India, and how can leadership on the part of students play an important role in this domain?
Now, I personally believe when you are a student, okay, when you are a student, what we all want to see, you excel in your education. Don't do any extracurricular activities, except excelling the education. If you excel education, India will have great leaders like Vishweswaraya who studied in this college, okay? You can generate if you are a great, so you concentrate, the mission for you, for student, the mission is education, okay? That is, you have to excel in the education. If you do that, India will be happy.
Thank you, sir.
Shreyas Joshi. Mr. Shreyas Joshi.
Huh? All this side. Middle side, no question. Yes?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, in the balcony.
Shout.
Sir, myself, Pratik Shah from 3rd year metallurgy. I have a question related to leadership and somewhat personal life. Sir, just like I am in the 3rd year engineering, but after 12th standard, I realized that engineering not my passion, but before that I like it. But now I am fearing to face my parents, and I am very better in other careers, so why this generation gap happened in our society?
Well, I personally believe, see, since you are a 3rd year, you are a 3rd year fellow.
Yes, sir.
3rd year, one more year you finish your engineering, okay? Okay? Don't vacillate, okay? Don't vacillate on that. And put all your effort, and definitely engineering will be a good base. That base you can use for societal development, that base you can use for political development, that base you can develop for anything, okay? So first you finish your education, and then launch your own mission, what you want to do. If you are rich, you can do that. Otherwise, you have to start earning, okay? You have to start earning.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Ms.
Over?
Tejaswini?
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, this guy. This guy. Yes, go ahead. Shout. Huh? Oh, a commerce student. What you are doing? BCom.
Yeah, I am doing BCom.
Which
and
year? Which year?
I am third year student from.
What's your
BMCC.
dream as a BCom fellow?
I am pursuing my chartered accountant.
Oh, CA. Because you can make a lot of money, CA, chartered. Good luck, good luck.
Sir, I want to ask one practical question. That what is your view that there is a gap of knowledge, technicalities between the technicians and business persons and economics. So what would you suggest to bridge the gap of these two things? Because these two are the pillars of the nations. To develop a country, these two people plays an important role. But there is a gap between the, means technical people don't know economics much more or business much more, and business persons fails to understand the technical things somehow. So what would you suggest, and
See,
what is your view?
What I personally believe, I want to tell you some axiom of economic development. Okay, axiom, that is principle of economic development. It goes like this. The economic development of the nation is powered by competitiveness. Competitiveness powered by knowledge. Knowledge is powered by technology. Technology is powered by innovation. Innovation is powered by industrial products. Okay, so these are the parameters. So you can see how important economic development and competitiveness and knowledge and technology and innovation, they're all interrelated. That is, I wish the become in your syllabus they teach technology. Technology people teach commerce, so that we can bridge both of them. Okay. Sir and Professor Dr. Anil Sasirabudhi, I have some books for your library. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you. Hello. Sir, thank you very much for a inspiring speech. And now, thank you very much for the inspiring speech. And now, before we go to vote of thanks and national anthem, I will just appeal all the invitees to join us for a high tea after the program. Thank you.
First and foremost, we are very, very thankful to Dr. Kalam, sir, for not only making time from his busy schedule for us students, but for inspiring so many of us with your address. You are a legend, sir. Thank you so much. We would also like to thank dignitaries in the audience, faculty and students for being present at this address. All invitees from industry and media are requested to join us for a high tea at the main hall in the central building. Before we leave, please stand in attention for the national anthem.